We are the InfoWar.
Welcome back to the Alex Jones Show. I'm David Knight in Austin, and we've been talking about immigration, rising, soaring immigration, as same time, of course, unemployment is rising and soaring, and the connections between that. We've got Alex Jones here with his take. Alex?
David, thanks for hosting the show on this 8th day. Can't believe that we're already well into this month of tyranny. We are seeing such incredible betrayals in this nation, as even mainstream controlled state-run media admits that Latin America, that's in the middle of a giant depression, is just telling their children, get to America. And we're talking 5-year-olds, 15-year-olds, you name it, are being given money and sent into Mexico, sent into the border states, pouring in from Venezuela, Nicaragua, El Salvador, Brazil. They have got hundreds of thousands of children under the age of 10 at different facilities. They've got thousands of them at a facility just down in San Antonio. And the Obama administration is saying, yes, we will take your children and they will stay here, which is only incentivizing more of the 7+ billion people that live outside of the United States, mainly Latin America, who's able to get here, but from China, you name it, are just pouring in to this country en masse. And then if you can get here as adults, you can have a baby free. You can have welfare. Just pull the lever to take the guns. Just pull the lever for socialism. Just pull the lever for banker bailouts. And the Republican leadership is going along with every bit of this because they've been bought and paid for by the same interest. And they are openly working with the leadership of the Democratic Party, the Republicans are, to target the Tea Party, the real resistance to the globalist takeover. The Republicans tried to co-opt the Tea Party. They couldn't do it. Now it's taking them over, and so the establishment's trying to kill it right now. But none of the media, other than InfoWars.com and places like DrudgeReport.com, I know Drudge on Friday when we co-hosted together, covered all of this. The fact that we've got, even with federal cooked books on unemployment and on people on welfare, 92 million Americans not working, labor force at 16-year low, 7 million have left under Obama, lethargic economy, and you've got at least 30 million illegals undocumented who will vote for the destruction of this country. Over 90% of them end up voting on record for a socialist, globalist agenda. And again, the big corporations, Walmart and others, admit, they tell their employees, go out and get on welfare as a subsidy because you can't survive on what we pay you. Well, it's the same thing with the illegals. They get a subsidy of welfare. Most of them are on welfare, no ID needed. They're able to get 3 or 4 different IDs from the Mexican consulate that all the major banks accept, the AP reports. And so they're above the law, getting welfare as a supplement while their husbands do go and work, many of them working hard. And it's destroying the economy and collectivizing the economy, just like Chinese slave goods have done. This is a designed system to break this culture down. I know you're going to be taking calls coming up at the bottom of the hour and breaking this down, and I want to hear from the listeners on this because undoubtedly NAFTA and GATT were meant to domesticate this country and written as one-sided trade deals, and Ross Perot was right. But undoubtedly now we're going into this managed global economy, David, and we can see that the cheap third world labor is bankrupting Europe. Spain and Italy and Greece and others that were prosperous just a decade ago are imploding with cheap third world labor as well. They use African and Eastern European and Asian and Turkish labor there, Middle Eastern labor, to undercut people. And again, it doesn't create a free market when you've got imploded third world nations pouring in who get government subsidies on top of it. That isn't a free market like 150 years ago, poor European immigrants or others coming here. That isn't the type of cheap labor that produces a large middle class labor. Later. We know it creates economic destruction. We can see the proof. And then you have the globalists, the big mega banks, the big recipients of the banker bailouts by the trillions, like Warren Buffett, lobbying for open borders, lobbying for higher taxes on the middle class while they themselves are basically exempt. It's a perfect managed economy system to bring us to our knees, financially totally break us so that we are nothing but financial vassals. We are being conquered by 21st century high-tech economic warfare, and this country is being swamped right now. If they legalize the 30 million illegals by fiat and stop the deportations, as Obama has already done outside of Congress, and Congress won't impeach him, it sends a message to the world that if you can get here, you're going to be legal and you're going to be given a silver spoon in your mouth. So come here. And as long as you're anti-gun, anti-liberty, as long as you hate 1776, you're welcome. What a sickening story, David Knight.